Hello, how is everyone? I hope everyone is having a brilliant day-night weekend whenever it is you're watching this. I just wanted to do a simple paint with me today. I was following a prompt list on Instagram that I found, and today's prompt was star. I'm still trying to get better at drawing characters, so I thought I'd draw a woman with a star and star earrings, and give these gouaches another try out. I have to admit they're not my favourite, but I've seen so many people use them and get wonderful artworks with them, so I thought we'll give them another go, see if I can get any better. As what seems to have become habit for me, I always seem to give the characters I draw very bright hair. I just seem to love characters with bright, in this case orange, pink, blue, purple. I think because I usually draw quite pale characters, so I sort of like the contrast of the pale skin and then the bright coloured hair. So yeah, in this case I went with a bright orange. So one thing I do struggle with these paints, which is why I'm not overly keen on them, and it could just be user error, is just how streaky they are. I really feel like you need to layer them a lot to get a nice rich colour. Maybe I'm using too much water, maybe I'm just not using them the correct way, but I do struggle with getting one nice flat colour. And if you layer them too much, you then reactivate it underneath. I'm very open to the fact that that could be a patience issue for me, and that maybe I'm just not letting the paint dry fully. But yeah, that's what I am struggling with these paints at the moment. There's an amazing colour selection, but I'm just not vibing with them just yet. So like I mentioned before, I am doing a prompt list off Instagram for Inktober. So yes, I'm not actually using ink. Some paintings I did use ink, but it's basically just showing me that I don't like ink. I don't like painting and stuff with ink. I love outlining my work with ink pens, but that's about as much ink as I need. Or if I'm doing like a flat background colour, then I'll maybe use ink, but apart from that, not really for me. But I have still been following the prompt and posting on Instagram, and the posting consistently on Instagram has actually gained some followers, and it's had quite a good effect in terms of that way. I'm probably going to do a video just on that, because yeah, it's been quite interesting, and also me carving out that time each day to paint or draw, even if it's something simple. Some of them have been really simple doodles almost, some of them have been more full-blown paintings. It's been nice. I won't go too much into it now, because like I say, I'll do a separate video about it, but yeah, there's been some good learnings from it I'd like to share. I'll also have another video coming out, hopefully in the next week or two. I have pre-ordered Piper's art book here on YouTube. She's an amazing artist, and she has done a book about drawing characters, and I love her style, and I'm a wonder. I mention all the time because I love both of their styles, and they're both the people that sort of got me back into drawing, and I haven't really, apart from that, drawn since I was a kid. So yeah, I've ordered her book. At the time that this comes out, I should be getting it in the next couple of days. I'm very excited for it, and I'll probably do a bit of a review, try out, draw something with those pointers in the book. Very excited. It possibly may end up being a biased review, since I am a fan, but I'll try and keep it as honest as I can. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. I also have followed some of her older tutorials. There was one, I think it's a couple of years old now, of how to draw faces, and that was just a 10-minute video, but it really helped me learn quite a bit. So I'm really hopeful that this book's going to be really good, because clearly I like her way of teaching, and I think that is good when you can, I know I like her style, I know I like her way of teaching, so I don't know, maybe I'm giving myself too high expectations for this book, but I am excited nonetheless. Okay, so back to this painting. As you can see, massively going through the ugly stage. I think, I'm just not used to gouache, to be honest. I think I sort of use them as if they were acrylics almost. I forget that I'm messing up the layer underneath a lot by adding too much water on the next layers. And then I think because I want the rich flat colour in my first couple layers, I'm not adding enough water to the paint, and I'm trying to paint quite thick when maybe I should be, thin layers that will dry and then I can go back to it. But you can see I just go back and forth trying to get somewhere with this skin. And I'm very happy with the paintbrushes. It's definitely not the paintbrushes, and the paper's decent quality. It's definitely a mixture of the paints and my skill level. I think these paints would be good for your quick, fun sketches that maybe you do a tryout before you've used your expensive paints. I don't really own expensive paints. I would love to invest in some acrylic gouache. The sets I've seen that are quite expensive, and I always feel bad about spending money on paints and art materials, because in my head I'm not good enough to spend the money yet. Other than the other side of it is, this is my hobby, it's what I do for fun, so why not spend the money? There's worse hobbies, there's worse things to spend your money on. So I can't decide. Maybe I'll wait till payday and maybe treat myself. There's a recurring theme as well with my women characters. I just love a bit of blush. A lot of them will pale skin and then, pink faces, pink noses, pink cheeks. I love blush on my characters and I love blush on makeup. I'm not sure why. I think it's the youthful, rosy glow. I just really like it on the characters I draw. So moving on to the hair now. Hair is something I massively struggle with painting. I'm not really, I have no idea how to do it. I'm really hoping that maybe this book I pre-ordered will help me. When I do it with just pencil, I get it, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. With paint, I just have no idea. I need to maybe look at some other artists' work and see what they do, because I find it really hard to interpret a picture in real life and how I can do it with paint. Sometimes I find it easier to see another painting and see what they've done and then be like, okay, try and translate that to my work rather than to look in real life. Because I've got no idea. I add in a bit of shading and that's about it done for me, because I just don't know what I'm doing. So that is definitely one of my points to work on. have to apologise as well for the constant focusing in and out of the camera. I'm not sure why it's done it for this one. It just seems to not know what to focus on. Every time I move my hand it changes. It's annoying me watching it back, so I'm really sorry. Hopefully in my next video I'll have figured out why it's decided to do it this time. But anyway, coming on to the end now before I would then go in with a fine liner and pencils. This is my one bit of ink in the background. Just a black base with the star left in the negative space. The star, it was actually, I was thinking about the David Bowie album Black Star. So that's all why I've done that with the just simple black. And now finishing touches, I outlined everything with the black ink and my super fine paintbrush. I love outlining my work. I've tried to not do it and then it just doesn't look defined enough for me. I need that black outline. And this brush definitely helps because you can get super fine details in it. And then the peeling, I love this bit as well. You just have to hope it's all worked and that you're not going to whip up your paper as well. But yeah, I did actually enjoy this painting in the end after all my struggles with the paint. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and apart from that I hope you have a brilliant day, and thank you.